Welcome to my series look back on Murderbot, the latest sci-fi from Apple TV+, and interestingly enough, I really like this. Have you ever wondered what it's like to have a robot that originally served humans, to have the power to have free will but not enough power to completely overthrow them? Well, what would that look like? What would that do? This series explores just that. Without no further ado, let's get into this episode, and we are watching Murderbot. So the story goes like this: a SecUnit removes his governor module, which allows him to think for himself without having to obey human commands. If he was found out, he'd be taken back to the hub to be scrapped and burnt down. So for now, he's got to stay on the down low and stay undercover so he doesn't get found out. On the other side, we have a group of people doing some research on a planet. I wasn't actually following this part, but we'll continue. And the area will only be sold to them if they purchase a SecUnit. And it just so happens that the SecUnit that they purchased to protect them is our good friend Murderbot. In one of the missions for these humans, they have to gather research. In doing so, they get attacked by a creature, and some of his parts accidentally get broken and go missing. So the human who he was trying to save is in shock because they're looking at a body with a hole through them, and to settle her down, he does something most bots won't do. He shows his face and asks a question. And it works, but one of the members of the team find this unsettling and become suspicious that this SecUnit, and if the SecUnit is actually working properly. In one of the follow-up episodes, we find out that they're not the only settlers on the planet, and one of the other settlements didn't radio in, and because of this, they decide to travel just in case one of these creatures attacked them. During this episode, we find out that they have not been attacked by creatures, they've been attacked by other bots. And only one survivor remained, and they bring that survivor back. Now, I'm not going to go into full details, but they bring SecUnit back to base, and in doing so, they scan him, and while scanning him, they find out that his governor module has been hacked, and it's been hacked since day one, and they find out that SecUnit is a rogue bot. Now, I'm going to move on to the review section of this, and very much so, I like this. And if you're wondering if it's action, sci-fi, or comedy, well, actually, it's all three. The graphics are impressive, especially the creatures. They brought them to life very nicely. They also brought the spaceship stuff to life. Like, basically, nothing looked out of place. It was very, very believable. I'll explain a bit more about the comedy stuff. It's not laughable comedy in such, it's more awkward comedy. For example, in this series, it's completely narrated by the SecUnit, and it's about how he responds around humans in trying to find the correct response. So, for example, as a bot, he would normally just have to obey and just say and do whatever they told him to do. Now he has to think for himself, so he kind of has to find the right response, and he has to think to himself, what's the best response for this situation? He also loves the rise and fall of Sanctuary Moon, his favourite TV series, so half the time it's all about him just wanting to get back to his episodes, which you'll see quite a lot within this series, and a lot of the stuff on how he chooses to respond to humans in certain situations comes from watching these particular episodes. That's how he learns how to respond to humans, because that's the thing he relates to. But when it comes to action inside this series, it doesn't hold back. There are some really nice action scenes within this series, and I absolutely love that. I love the fact they're not just happening at the last 3 episodes or anything, they happen all around the series, which makes it really fun to watch. So you get a bit of comedy, you get a bit of action, you get that bit of sci-fi. There are other SecUnits within this series. He isn't the only SecUnit, so it doesn't like divide him up. There are other SecUnits on this particular planet, and because he's quite an old bot, these other SecUnits are more powerful than him, so he has to outthink them. He thinks differently because he doesn't have his governor module and these other bots do, so they have to obey. He does not, and I really liked this in the sci-fi series. It really just shows that he is the bot that hacked the governor module, because it just hits all the marks correctly, and I absolutely, again, I will say, It's brilliant. I'm giving this a 10 out of 10. If you've watched this, let me know and write it down in the comments. I will see you on another Jump Inside episode very soon. Thanks for watching, and goodbye. Hey, thank you so much for watching, and I really hope you enjoyed the video. If you did enjoy the video, then please don't forget to consider to like and subscribe to the channel. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you on another Jump Inside video. Goodbye.